What is going on, YouTube and y'all squad? This your boy Yocrates. This your review for Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7, Episode 1. Yes, I know you guys are getting it the night of. I've only been doing this for Beverly Hills. As the season change, I might be able to get y'all reviews the night of. This may not necessarily be a consistent thing, but if you don't get it the night of, you are more than likely in it the next day. But tomorrow's gonna be busy. That doesn't matter. Just make sure y'all come back tomorrow for the panel because it's over here. Y'all know it's lit at the Citadel. Anyway, so we start off with a picnic. We start out with Giselle and Karen. They're back cool. And look, after last season, if they fall out again, I'm just not going to talk about it. Because it seems like if there isn't anything going on, that's what they go to. But because there's already a lot of stuff going on within the group, they don't necessarily need to do that. Now, in this episode, the only two people we don't have any inkling of a story from is these two. Giselle sort of kind of has one towards the end, but not really. Okay. But anyway, Ashley is coming. Karen brings up Ashley, divorcing and, wants to know, like, how we got there. This is one of those few times I agree with Giselle. She was like, how we got here, it's Michael Darby. I'm like, well, I agree. And, she tells that a month ago she got a phone call from Ashley talking about it. Robin then joins them, and then comes Ashley. Karen and Ray come in conversation. They're okay. Robin brings up Mia's health, and they have questions. And Robin feels that it's attention seeking. This is all okay, and this is all cool. But see, this is one of those things to where this needs to come from anybody but Robin, because y'all know when people start coming at Robin, she get flustered, she can't talk, and then it's F you and all. This don't need to come from you, Robin. Honestly, I don't give a damn about your marriage or whatever, or you getting married, but that's the only thing you need to be talking about. But in this episode, we got a little bit on marriage, but she talking about everybody and everything else but herself. Tall tale sign. Anyway, Karen feels that we just have to hear Mia out. But again, you have Robin making this a thing. You have Giselle making this a thing. Again, letting you know they really don't have much going on. So we're focusing in on right now Ashley and Mia. Okay? Okay. So Ashley says, it's levels to, wait, did I say that? Hold on. Da, da, da. Okay, so then they turn the conversation to Ashley and her divorce. Ashley said it's levels to it. She says she doesn't drink anymore. They're inquiring if that's the reason. Not necessarily, but again, she's like, that's one. So there could be some tension there because y'all know she be guzzling the birds and whatnot. She says they are no longer sexually compatible. I'm gonna just leave that where it's at. I'm gonna leave that where it's at. Okay, I'm gonna leave all that shade for other people that I'm cool with on the YT. It's more than likely going to get talked about tomorrow on the panel, but I'm gonna let it go. And she says there was an incident in Miami where there was a girl interested in her. Michael was into the thing, but she didn't want to entertain that anymore. And obviously, monogamy is a thing, and them having threesome she doesn't want to do. So either A, Ashley has always been bisexual, and just in this moment, she just doesn't want to do that anymore. That's A. Or B, she was trying to secure the bag and was doing what she needed to do to make him happy and all this other stuff to get to where she currently is. I don't know. I'm throwing it out there. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. She says they're drifting apart. No longer wants to do threesome. She says she wants monogamy. Ashley wants a house, but she doesn't have, like, her funds are low and they are buying it under an LLC. Now, here's what I'm gonna say. Because everything they have together, she's entitled to, and their prenup agreement is pretty much void at this instance, meaning whatever happens, they get half. I'm not. Here's the thing. Let me first say this. I truly just think that this right now is a storyline for Ashley. Like, Michael won't be on this season. You have a storyline, blah blah blah. Even though we did speculate that they will be getting a divorce, I just don't think that is right now. It's just not really seeming authentic and organic. With that being said, if y'all remember in my Love Marriage Huntsville review, I was talking about money moves and having a very money mentality. Here is the reality. I'm not mad at her with the house thing. Now that does give Michael a sense of control, but if they buy it in an LLC that both of their names are on, right? That's money that is already there. Meaning when they divorce, even if she doesn't keep the house, she's going to get like if they end up selling, she's going to get, in essence, she's going to get half of everything and is entitled to whatever money is there, rather than, hey, here's all the money up front and now you got to take the money that you've gotten and then buy a house. So she pretty much wants him to take care of it. I don't see a problem with that. But again, I don't see it to be real. But at the same time, I never been married. I don't know the ins and outs of it. But y'all hear me say all the time, marriage is nothing but a business. And at the end of the day, if they are getting a divorce and whatnot, that ain't none of y'all business. That's between her, Michael, and the Lord, and whatever Lord he served. Moving on. So Robin says when she and Juan divorced, they weren't buying the house. And I sat here like, I'm like, Robin, ain't nobody asked you what happened when y'all divorced, okay? Because y'all divorced. You, first and foremost, you fucked up the money. Y'all got divorced, all the good jazz, and ain't y'all still living together even though y'all divorced? Whatever the reason is that not what y'all doing? Now let me say, marriage and divorce and all, relationships look different to other people. I ain't here to join. What I'm saying is, in the glass house you in, you need to shut all the way up. You need not have no opinion about nothing. Okay? Okay. So Karen wants to throw a spring in the spring party. So this how we gonna start off the season. Cool. We get Candace and Chris at a doctor's office. She freezing her embryos. Oh, and so let me say this. So in the first scene, what we established, Ashley, her storyline, divorce, trying to move forward. That's Ashley. Now we get Candace freezing embryos. They are recommending that she do several harvestings because the first one might not be successful. Candace is doing an album re-release, which makes sense because you started all this last season. You want to keep that hype train going, which is cool. She didn't open for SWV, all them other people. Good stuff. Cool. Whatever. Got that. So, actually, I'll finish my statement in a second. So, Candace needs him to be more frequent in being around. No, I'm sorry. Candace needs to be more frequent. Is what the doctor's telling her. Like, there need not be cancellations with the harvesting and the injections and whatnot. Pretty much you need to be available for this next period of time. So when you come in, everything is, good to go, blah, blah, blah. She then says to Chris, okay, well, you need to be pretty much more consistent too, where like you need to have consistent days off every week. So this is a point of contention for him. We find out that he's a GM at a hotel. And, she's talking to him about consistency. And he says, look, in the field you're in the field that I'm in, consistency doesn't really work. And look, there are certain fields where consistency doesn't work. Now, depending on where you are in that field and how much management you have, you can form consistency, but it is what it is. Because her whole thing is she doesn't want to have a child with him and then he's not there because he's doing this, that, and the third. Y'all need to figure it out. Now, they do have their issues. I still don't like the way that she talks to him. She even hit him, but she's like, oh, that's a love tap. She tells him, don't curse at me, but then you cussing at him. Like, their relationship is it's volatile. You know what I'm saying? I like Candace, but I still don't like their relationship. But that ain't my business. That's who she with, whatever. But they curse each other out, and that's it. But that's her storyline right there. As of right now, before Gizzard, before Sockneck, before Tree Rings, that's Giselle, bring her, into it. But right now, her freezing embryos, relaunching her album, and wanting her husband to be more consistent. Cool. We get Sharice and Robin. Why is she here? Actually, why are both of them here? Marriage comes up, but there is no date set. And when the Rona came through, that was Doobie Wiggs. That's also Robin's name. When the Vivi came through, that was her perfect excuse to push it off. In her interview / confessional, the producers asked her, so do you even want to get married? And she talks around and she's like, I forgot what the question is. See, production, y'all should have been made her. a friend of. See y'all playing. Okay, all right. We have Eskimo making her return at the end of this episode. Why we couldn't have Eskimo as a real time housewife, full time housewife? I swear I can't stand Doobie Wig. I can't stand her. Robin brings up a prenup, and she reveals to us that she did sign one. So I have to eat crow on that because I didn't think she signed one, even though she messed up the money, messed up the thing. And she feels that now that she's the breadwinner, she doesn't feel that Juan is entitled to anything. Now that's not saying that he doesn't work, because he does, but she doesn't feel that he's entitled to anything because she low key saying that he doesn't work. And Sharice is like, well, okay, so I wasn't the breadwinner, so you mean I wasn't entitled to it? And she says like, no, you were, but I mean, she has her stance. It is what it is. We gonna see what comes of it. So I'm not saying that this prenup is not a real thing, right? But here's my question: if the prenup was a real thing, we would have heard about that last season. Why are we hearing about it now? Okay, all right. I'm asking questions. Okay, I'm asking questions. And then she brings up Ashley and her divorce and even the details about what was discussed. And I'm sitting here like, why are see again, you don't have a storyline, because as quickly as y'all talked about marriage and prenup, you quickly bring up Ashley. And this is one of those things where this is Ashley's story. It's a reality TV show. I just felt this was in poor taste. Okay, so again, Robin's quote unquote storyline, prenup, whatever. So we get Mia. She has moved to Potomac. She is renting, and I'm saying like, you're renting now again. Like, I'm not trying to count nobody's coins, especially given what's going on with her in present day. But it's like, I mean, if y'all got the funds, you could have just bought a place. But I think she's renting because she wants to be in Potomac while they're filming and then go back to wherever they are. I don't know, speculation. Don't really care. She's down the street from Karen. She's having her whole family there: mother, brothers, sisters, cousins, all that good jazz. Her mom, they decent. And if that's the case, I don't want to hear nothing else about her mom for the rest of this dang on season. I'm just saying. Mia lets us know that she has lumps, and they're trying to rule out exactly what it may be. And typically, when it comes to women and there are lumps, especially in the breast area, it like they don't call it cancer, but it's like these could be cancerous. So we need to go ahead, go in, scoop them out, run some tests, and see what it is, and then they move on from there. And she lets us know that they're ruling out what it could be. They're waiting on results. The Huger stopped by. Karen says she's had a breast lift. All right, that's cool. Ray is concerned about people who are doing vanity procedures. Ray, just shut up and enjoy the breast. Mia's people share a quirky moment that Mia had grown up, and that's the fact that she can imitate, a simian's, noise, cry, whatever case may be, and she can still do it. All right. So Karen asked her about her post, and she says when she was talking to her friend told her to share it to her reel, pretty much, to share your story. And Karen says, okay, well, people in this group can misconstrue, what it is you putting out there, especially people who, for the most part, don't have a storyline. Again, I keep trying to tell y'all, when people don't have a storyline, unless they concoct it like she did with Karen last season, we going to start it off in a fight, and when things start to pick up, we can then drop it. You really don't have much of a storyline, so you can attach yourself to Mia's situation. And if it was really something like that, my thing is, not once did I hear, Giselle said she reached out and called Mia. But anyway, none of my business. Mia doesn't care. So now we get Wendy. I'm gonna just leave it right there. Hopefully y'all can make it out. I didn't make this, but this is what popped up on the timeline. She meets with Peter Thomas at bar one. I'm like, now we all knew that Peter Thomas gonna make his, debut. So I'm like, oh, here we go. And she wants to do a Nigerian lounge. Look, here's the thing. get your money however you can. And you know, now she says that Peter has had some successful businesses. He might have had some successful business launches, but again, ain't counting nobody's coin. Anyway, she has an upcoming book we find out, and she is very, very busy. We do see at one point she's admitted to the hospital, and this is probably foreshadowing. But I'm gonna say this: look, y'all need to listen to your body and the people around you, because if people around you saying you too busy, your body is gonna give you signs, and if you don't slow down, your body gonna do it for you. I hope that isn't the case, but we shall see with Wendy. Um, she also wants a library in the lab so the kids can enjoy, like right after school. Peter's like, ain't no adults trying to sit here and deal with no kids while they trying to get, messed up. We no. So he lets her know that there is a place, like I guess some land or whatever, that he's gonna, go in on. If she wants to, she could be a 20% investor, where she will go ahead and get 20%, and he lets her know there won't be a return for the first 18 to 22 months. And she's like, really? I gotta wait almost 2 years? But the reality is, with just about any business, especially if you are putting the funds in yourself, you have to expect for the first couple of years to not see a return. Meaning, what, like, the return that you get is going towards that negative balance because you're already in the red. So it's probably going to be a couple of years before you make it to the black, pretty much is what he's saying. And I can see that. Now, my thing is, I'm just like, you going into a business venture with Peter like this, 20%? Why didn't you call Cynthia Bailey? Well, why you didn't call her? She could have. Okay, all right. Okay, in the words of Erica De Niro, read the Yelp reviews. But okay, all right, do you, boo boo? Eddie wants no parts in it. That should let you know something. And she even said that for her to put 20% down on this, her and Eddie are going to have to agree on this because it's a share of business. It's a share account. I'm like, okay, we shall see. So we get Ashley, Uncle Lump, or Unc Lump, as I have here, Dean, and my boy Dylan. Oh, we did get. Oh, wait, let me get this off the screen. We did got my boy Dylan. I'm like, oh, here we go, suck it. Now y'all know I go for Dylan. That's my dude. So she has a better relationship with her family now, especially given the fact that her and Michael are now separated. We'll see how long that lasts. She brings up, trying to find a new home because, if they do in fact end up divorcing, that she prefers, she's really going to need a house, especially for her two boys growing up. This and they're cool, got it. The family inquires about, her, like, what her income will be, meaning not your income from your bit. Because let's look. Ashley makes her own money. She just doesn't promote it on the show, because if she does, then the show gets a percentage of it. Let's be clear. They want to know how much money you finna get from your husband. She was like, well, look, the prenup is up. Like, I was supposed to be in it for 5 years with him. We're at year number 8, so I get half. And then the producer want to know, well, how much is half? She like, I have to tell you that. Okay. Then she says she hasn't hired a lawyer, but they plan on sitting down for a proposal, and the house will be in the LLC. Lump Lump wants her to have someone with legal experience in her corner. And you know what? Real talk, he is right. Because, I mean, the reality is, whenever you're relying on somebody else's legal counsel or whatever, they're looking out for the best interest of the party that employs them. Like when you hear some artists say, yeah, because the record label, gave, had their lawyers sit down with me. Yeah, they're making sure that the people that employ them, the record company, come out on top, not you. So in this instance, yes, Michael people gonna look out for him, not for you. If this is in fact real, I'm just saying. But look, if it is, hey, look, like I said, play the long game, get that money. We get Gizzard, her house is coming together, whatever. We see a montage of Karen's invites to all the ladies. You got little tacos, this, that, and the third. It appeared to be edible, but it seemed as if she didn't eat, like she got it and closed it. So it seemed like it's been sitting there for a day, because she calls in her twins and they pretty much like, yeah, close it. It's starting to smell. It's just like, if that was real food, you really did. Okay, whatever. She needs them to help her figure out what spring chic is. My thing is, you couldn't just call Karen. And then she FaceTime Robbie. Again, Giselle doesn't have a storyline. Her being an empty nester, that's gonna go through real quick. Like nobody really cares. Okay. So now we're at Karen's event. And it's raining. Like it was cool when she got there, it started raining, whatever. Karen is helping her daughter Raven in terms of apartment shopping. Cute. Giselle brings up Ashley's divorce to Karen. So again, you have nothing else to talk about. So let me talk about Ashley. And I don't want people to get it confused thinking, oh, Giselle is helping Ashley with her storyline. No, because Ash can do that all by herself. Again, this storyline is juicy if it is in fact true. Giselle ain't got nothing to talk about. And this is Giselle's MO all the time. She is a dog with a bone, right? Right. So Ashley enters. I will give Karen this. I don't give her a lot. She's like, oh, hey, yeah, we're actually talking about you. I appreciate that. Again, I don't give Karen a lot, but I'm going to give her that. Ashley says she's found a house and made an offer in the LLC with Michael. And, Giselle thing is, but you're divorced. She's like, no, I'm separating, not divorcing. And then they play the stuff back. Again, my whole thing is this. I keep saying, I get we're on a reality TV show. I really could care the fuck less if somebody is divorcing, separated, or whatever. My whole thing is, as your friend, I just need to be there for you. And I'm gonna get on Candace ass in a minute, cause see, if they don't end up getting divorced, Candace, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. Anyway, Giselle says this isn't making sense, that she's lying to her because, if you're getting a divorce, you don't do this. Again, everybody marriage is different. And you can't sit here and say what people will or won't do, because do you really want us to peel back the layers of your marriage with Jamal and how money was being siphoned from the congregation? I gotta, allegedly, let me just say that because I don't even feel like dealing with this heifer. I'm just saying. Do you really want to sit here and get that church involved and all this other stuff? And again, who are you to sit here and tell somebody what you will and what you won't do when you had a whole false ass relationship with Anyway, I'm not finna see. I'm gonna get my damn blood pressure up, y'all. Real, calm down, calm down. Okay. And then Ashley says she woke up craving Michael. When I tell you I almost threw the fuck up my mouth, I'm just like, no, Ashley, no, stop the visual. I don't care if they don't care. And it's stuff like that. And again, I do understand what people are going through a divorce. In most places you have to separate first, this, that, and the third. And yeah, you may have withdrawals, this, that, and the third. But you really mean to tell me that you was having cravings? Moving on. Ray joins in, says hi. The Bassett's, come in, join. Ashley steps away. So now Candace is talking with them. We see in the flashback that, Robin and Candace had a conversation about the divorce. One thing I'm going to give Potomac that I appreciate, even though why y'all made this an hour and 15 minutes, but I appreciate, rather than, giving us all of these other scenes, they just splice them in as a real quick flashback. I appreciate it. I really do. Let's make this short, concise, and sweet. It don't need to be drawn out. Okay, we really don't need all that. And then Candace says she will throw the divorce party. And the reason that I'm upset with Candace is, I get it. She wants to, get she wants for her and Ashley to reintroduce themselves to each other, with this being, the rock they're going to build this relationship on. Building anything on a rock is obviously rocky. It's not going to be level. And see, this whole thing, it's almost like when somebody sit here and badmouth their husband, wife, partner, whatever the situation is, and you sitting there talking all this stuff, yeah, F them, da, 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 and then they get back with that person. So now you look stupid, and that person is going to have to choose the person they're with over you, and now you all the way here on the side. That's why people say, until things are final, don't tell your family, don't tell your friends. At the same exact time, if you are the family and friend, it's just, I'm gonna be here to support you. And when it's done, final, ink dry, all that stuff, then that's when you get to talking cash money. So Candace, this might blow up in your face, baby. I like you, but again, I'm gonna call it how I see it. This might blow up in your face. So now Escalade shows up, which was now like, okay, so even though, she wasn't offered a full contract and they did her dirty at the reunion, we saw Eskimo. I'm like, come on, okay, I see you. So then Ashley rejoins the group. Then those Cephos come in. Wendy speaks to Giselle and gestures to hug her, and Giselle's like, no, 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 no hug, goodbye. She really doesn't know how to talk, and she doesn't really know how to do much conflict anyway. But even though I don't like her, I don't like Giselle, I will give her this. I appreciate the energy that she has for Wendy. Because yeah, look, Wendy, you ain't ride down on her for the whole year, but you read that. You read her down, all that for at least the last half of last season. I ain't even gonna lie. And it was understandable. But what this gave me from Giselle is you can legit make this a storyline. And Wendy, I really hope after this particular moment that you have nothing else for Giselle. You don't say nothing to her. Nothing needs to be said. If anything, if she gonna have a storyline, it needs to be off somebody else's back, which it appears is gonna be off the back of Candace and Chris. But you need not say nothing else to her. I'ma say this. If Wendy entertains and tries to get cool with Giselle, I'm probably gonna have some words for her for the rest of this damn season. Cause that just lets you know what it is right then. Again, I appreciate the energy that Giselle has, but again, it's all because she doesn't have a storyline. I guarantee if she had a storyline, she will probably have some of this energy, but not all of it. Anyway, Mia and G arrives. Giselle wants to talk to Mia and ask her, is this cancer, no cancer look that you're doing? Mia better than me because right then you would have got cussed out. Real talk, you would have got cussed out. Okay, because it would have been one of those, Karen, I'm sorry, and I would have just started cussing you out. Okay, because it's like you not finna sit here and be nice, nasty to me. You not finna be passive aggressive, and because this is something that I am going through, you not finna sit here and make a joke about it. My life is not a joke. When I tell you, I okay, y'all know I am not all the way put together, so y'all know I would have just snapped off. And then she brings up her social media and she says, it feels it's very look at me, I need attention. So now Robin arrives. The last one to arrive. Now I want to believe this was, her time to arrive, but y'all know Robin be late for stuff. And Giselle says to Karen, well, you said you agree. And Karen's like, no, I didn't say that I agree. Flashback, in essence, you did. But look, we all know Karen lied. We do. Anyway, Mia says she was sharing her story, and she was because Giselle was just like, you had a post, you edited the post, this, that, and third, which I would assume she took a screenshot of it and saw that what she screenshot and what was currently there was two different things. I'm pretty sure that's what she was doing. Again, doesn't have a storyline. So you went from talking about Ashley, now you talking about Mia. And I feel like it's let me see where I can get in, where I fit in, right? Oh, and one thing I also forgot to mention, going back to that first scene, do y'all see how interesting it was that Karen, Giselle, Robin, and Ashley all was at the picnic together? Nobody else was there. Yes, they're the OGs, but it's the optics of it. Where it was Mia. Y'all know where I'm going with this. I'm gonna leave it there. Hopefully y'all pick up what I'm putting down. But she says to them like, they had to go in, they had to remove some masks, and I was told that I may have lymphoma. So in the way that the post looked, again, I didn't see it when it was all posted. You can assume that somebody has cancer based on how everything was. But here's the thing, that's y'all fault for assuming. And my thing is, I'm not finna be look on some real shit. I'm not more concerned about somebody's life than they are. Like I got my own stuff going on. I'ma have my concern, and if I feel something, if I got your number, I'm calling you. Or if I don't have your number, I got your social media, I'ma send you a message if I'm close to you enough to do that. After that, it is what it is. I'm not finna be this invested. Yes, reality TV show, got it, but still doing too much. And then Mia says, if this is how you feel, this thing, you know what? Fuck you. And that's it. Obviously, it's going to pick up from there. I breezed through the end because obviously it's going to pick up from there, right? So that is my review. Again, make sure y'all are back here tomorrow night at 8:15 Central. That's 9:15 Eastern for the Whether You Like It or Not panel Potomac edition. We're going to go ahead and breeze through Bell Collective Reunions Part 1 and 2, and then we're going to get y'all Potomac. So, with that being said, I will see you all tomorrow. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and share. And hey, let's kick this week off right. All right, y'all. Peace out.